Today we'll be looking at top 10 strongest kids in the world, the Jake Schillingsliger. The 14-year-old weightlifter is fast making his mark on the sport.
Believed in nothing.
The following passage that he says is the utterance of the great teacher Tathagata Sakyamuni, the Bhagava, which is, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, even if I say it. Unless it suits your own reason and reason. Is that the Bhagava speaking or not? Many question that such speech is exactly what the Bhagava once said, by the great luminary. Many have asked where the source is from the Sutta which turns out that approaching is from the Sutta Kalama, Anguttara Nikaya 4.65, which makes such a translation. It is proper for you to be confused, O inhabitants of Kalama, it is proper for you to be in doubt. Doubts have arisen in you as to a puzzling matter. Come, O inhabitants of Kalama, do not follow oral traditions, hearsay, textual collections, logic, reason, judgment, and an acceptance of views after pondering. The readership seems quite competent, or because you think the recluse is our teacher. But when the inhabitants of Kalama, you know for yourselves these things are of no avail. These things are reprehensible, wise persons are reproaching these things if accepted and executed will lead to harm and suffering, then you must leave them. Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that this phrase of disbelief and so on is not the same as that uttered by the great beginner or false paraphrase of the beginner's speech. The conclusion was penned by a libertarian named John Galt in his book Dreams Come Due. As you and your parents know, the Suttas Kalama points out teachings that are free of fanaticism, celibacy, dogmatism, and intolerance. It contains the application of the attitude of Ehipasiko as taught by the great scholar in accepting his teaching. The precursor in the Sutta teaches to come and prove the teaching, not come and believe.
The Sutta Kalama gives the principles to be followed by truth seekers, and contains the standards used to assess everything. The Sutta Kalama is the base framework of the Dhamma.
The great sage counsels the people of the Kalama to leave the things they know to be bad and take away the things they know for themselves are good. To make sure, as the great one in the Sutta text speaks of the unprofitable things that are reprehensible, things reproached by the wise, things that if accepted and executed will lead to harm and suffering, then all that has to do is to see if the teachings of the spiritual teachers to the Kalama contained elements of greed, hatred, and ignorance, leads to murder, theft, adultery, lies, and drinking or not. If so, or just one of those that lead to such things, then don't believe the teaching and leave it behind. So when you guide your own reason, your own good behavior is not necessarily right and not necessarily good. The teaching that according to reason and good sense itself is not necessarily true doctrine. True doctrine is beneficial.
Things beyond reproach, things that are not being reproached by the wise, things that if accepted and executed, will lead to long-term well-being and happiness. If the teaching is like that, then you should enter and live in it.
So a brief reference to the conclusion or ascribed to the paraphrase of the Sutta Kalama where it says believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who have said it, even if I did say it. Unless it suits your own reason and reason. It turns out that what is regarded as the paraphrase of the Sutta Kalama is wrong, because if we prioritize, then the result is not necessarily the same as meant in the Sutta Kalama. Let's hope this video works. See you in another video on the channel, which always endeavors to contain good knowledge and interesting information, or perhaps something to entertain, with hope other than worthwhile, hopefully not boring to watch.
You can find this channel by name, Hermanu Hadi. Please search it on YouTube. For those of you who have watched this video to the end, we thank you very much. May you be healthy, happy, charitable, and passionate about living a life of peace. Bye-bye.
Today we'll be looking at top 10 strongest kids in the world, the Jake Schillingsliger. The 14-year-old weightlifter is fast making his mark on the sport, and can already lift more than twice his own weight. Jake Schillingsliger, from Maryland, has been setting world records for his weight class, under 123 pounds, after devoting himself to training for the last 2.5 years. The 5 feet 3 inch, 119-pound teenager has now opened up to the Post about his love of the sport, and his aspirations for the future, while his parents insisted is safe on the growing boy's body. He started training at the age of 12, when he saw his father lifting weights in the garage. The boy started joining his father at the gym, where he met his future trainer, Mike Sarney. Jake now trains daily, and can now deadlift 300 pounds. It is Jake's dream to continue competing and setting records in his weight class. He broke the world record for the squat for his age, and weighed at the powerlifting bench press championships. Her said that she was worried about him lifting weights, but soon reasoned that it was like him playing any other sport. Yang Zixuan. Despite her young age and short height, 7-year-old Yang Zixuan, from China, is perfectly capable of holding her own with the adult male students when it comes to doing difficult flips. Yang began studying martial arts and fighting when she was 3. Due to her outstanding performance, it was then suggested that she learn integrated stunts involving complex skills. Amazingly, Yang took just 2 months to master the basic stunt skills. She started to practice martial arts at 3. Her vivacious personality, her persistent efforts, and her love for martial arts make her stand out among her peers. She has more than 600,000 followers on YouTube and Twitter. The girl's coach Chen Daping said, "She learns very fast." Unlike martial arts and taekwondo, stunt work requires more skills, such as good physical coordination and explosive strength. Her coach said, "Yang is very talented, hardworking, and quick to take instructions, a combination that is very rare." Yang said, adding that she didn't cry, because martial artists should not be afraid of pain. Yang went viral recently after a video of her doing flips was put online. Yang's aim is to become world champion in martial arts, fighting, and stunts, and eventually win gold for her country in future Olympics. Sanka Jr. Sanka Jr., a 13-year-old child with designs on being a future boxing championship. In the video, Sanka takes part in a street boxing training session in Lagos, sparring with his boxing coach and father, while surrounded by curious spectators. The locals are tipping talented Segun to become a future world champion. But there are few rules governing the sport, and some people oppose proposed laws to protect young fighters, saying they are part of the country's boxing tradition. This young boy, Sanka Jr., is working hard to rule boxing world.